Welcome everyone to Farming Simulator 25. Today I want to have a look at how to make TMR. It's Total Mixed Ration. TMR is the main food that your cows or water buffalo are going to eat. And of course, this video is a companion guide to go along with taking care of your cattle or water buffalo. So here we'll just be talking about the TMR and how to make it. TMR is going to be a mix of hay and silage and maybe some straw in there. It's the only food that will be 100% nutritious for your cattle. So it's kind of the best one to make, but it may seem a little overwhelming. So today we're going to go over all of that. Now, first of all, I already have guide videos on everything you need to know about making hay and silage. And I'll have those videos linked down in the description below. So here we have silage. In the silage video, I went over how to make silage, how to make it yourself, how to just bale it out on the field like we have right here. I covered all of that in the silage video. So we're going to assume that you've got silage. We're going to assume that you've got hay. If you don't know how to do hay or grass, I've got a hay and grass video covering that. All right, so starting off with mixing TMR, the first thing we need is a TMR mixer, really. We're just going to do it this way with one of these. These are readily available from the store. We're using this trailer right here. So the first thing with TMR mixing is the best thing to know is what your trailer's capacity is. For instance, I offhand don't know what this trailer's capacity is, and it's got stuff in it. That's great. We'll deal with that. Yeah, how to deal with if there's stuff in there, what to do, this and that. I just loaded in this game. I don't know what capacity this has, but that's something you always want to know. All right, so we're just going to go down through our vehicles. There it is. The capacity is 24 cubic meters. The reason you want to know that is the way I'm going to show you how to mix it. I just take one of the ingredients, look at how much I have, then base my ratio off of that. I'm going to teach you how to make it, not necessarily using these bars here, but how to not use those, how to not need that. I mean, that'd be great, right? And so I'm going to base it off of, let's see, this is a, don't want to base it off straw. We want to base it off how much hay or silage we're using. So I'll show you what I mean. We're going to start with this bale. There's a silage bale over here. We're going to start with that. Always base your TMR mixture out of how much hay or silage that you have. That's how you want to base your ratio. I'll tell you why in a second. So right here we've got a silage bale and 6,000. So we're going to base our ratio off of 6,000. Now here's what I mean by that. Even parts hay and silage, and then about 10 or 20% of that in straw. That trailer holds 24 cubic meters. It's 24,000 liters. So 6,000 of this, 6,000 of the hay, that's 12,000. We don't want to start mixing a mix that would be too much for the trailer capacity. That is like the easiest way. That's your TMR cheat sheet. If we run over here and you look at these bars, it may look a bit confusing, but that's basically what it's showing you. If you follow exactly what I told you, you'll be fine. Now, down at the bottom, that last bar there, that silage additive or whatever the heck it's called, you can throw some of that in too. Mineral feed, that is the other ingredient, mineral feed. I had to go to the store and grab some because I didn't have any laying around here. So let me get back to what I was doing. It took me a few minutes to run to the store. Let's go back over here to this. So the last bar you see there is mineral feed. And I didn't have any, but I figured, you know what, we should have it ready because you'll want to throw like a couple 100 liters of it in there. So those bars up there, we don't have to use them. I'll leave them up for you guys, but we're going to make it based off of, we're going to start with how much silage we have. We got a 6,000 liter bale. So that means basically, like I said, so it's 6,000 liters of this. So, okay, then we'll just mix that with 6,000 liters of the hay and maybe like 1,000 liters of the straw. It's not an exact mix. And that's why those bars have so much leeway in them. But what I gave you is kind of a rule of thumb thing, you know. Same amount hay and silage, you know, throw in, you know, yeah, some straw and then some of this. You'll see. Right. So first, let's deal with, we've got some stuff in our trailer. So if you've ever got stuff in your mixer trailer and like you say you don't know what's in there or whatever, you could just dump it out. If we pull up to this, it's going to tell us, okay, it's got straight up hay in it. Sometimes you may have like a partial mix or something like that. And by all means, use those bars up there. So let's look at those bars. You see that the hay is green and the thing is maxed out 100%. That's because 100%, you know, however much is in there, whatever's in there, 100% of it is hay and it's green because the ratio is good. For instance, okay, let's start with this. Yeah, let's go with this. So let's just work it off of this. That said, we could just dump this on the ground, and if we dumped this on the ground, it would look like this, because that's exactly what this is. This is hay that I dumped out of it. So, all right, so we're using a 6,000 ratio, right? Because we've got a ready-made bale of 6,000 silage there. So let's have a look at this. So we're just going to grab like 1,500 hay and throw it in there, and that'll be 6,000 hay, right? So we got us a silage fork on the front. This is the tool I suggest. You can use this to scoop every single thing that goes into this. You can into TMR. You can scoop with the silage fork, right? You can even pick up the pallet, with these. So this is a good overall tool to have. So we'll just use this and just do a scoop and a half of hay. Now every time you get close to the trailer, of course, it'll pull up that ratio bar, so you can see what your mix is. All right, so that's about 5,500. Just grab like half a scoop in here. It doesn't have to be exact, because again, there's lots of leeway on those bars, but yeah, that's good enough. Kind of half a scoopy right there. I'll just throw this in. All right, just throw that in there. Now we're going to grab our silage bale. Of course, we could scoop it out of the bunker, obviously, with this attachment. The reason I like this attachment is because you can scoop, you can pick up pellets, and of course you can spike bales with it. It's great for moving around all this stuff on your farmyard. So we're just going to go over here, and we're just going to drop this in there. There we go. Put that in there. That's about half and half. Watch the bars equalizing as it mixes. Those bars are going to equalize right in the center, up there in the upper left-hand corner. See, they equalize in the center, both green. Here we've got a 9,000 bale of straw. We obviously don't want all of that. Here, those mixing bars are going to come in handy, because, see, if we were scooping up a bit of straw, we would know how much we're scooping up. But since we don't, we just have 9,000 liters of it spiked. Having those mixing bars up there is good. Well, here's what we're going to do. The first thing we want to do is make sure that we don't lose this off of the end. See how I have it hooked kind of precariously? What I'm doing now is I'm trying to position a way to sit it down so that we can get a better grab on it. Because we're going to hold it over the trailer, I don't want to accidentally drop it in there. I've never actually done that, but I would imagine you can. And then you'd have a botched up mix of TMR because it'd have too much straw. There we go. And yeah, if you have a botched mix, the only thing I know you can do is just dump it out, and start over. If you have a botched mix, I should let you know what happens then. So what does happen? If you have a botched mix in your TMR trailer and you just dump it out, it'll just come out as silage. So you can just wheel that over to your bunker silo or wherever and just unload it. It'll unload as just straight silage. So you can use that to reset basically your mix. All right, so we're going to hold this over here and watch the bar as it gently climbs up. It'll take straw off of this. It should. Let's get this position better. There we go. It actually says it's good now. There, it took 800. So it took 800 liters of straw, and it's fine. So the mix I told you is generally what I used before. So let's just refine it. Let's be a little more exact. Let's use the bars, okay? So that is how I should teach you guys to do it. But once you get comfortable doing it, I guess what I mean is once you get comfortable doing it, just feeling it out is totally acceptable and works, because I usually don't even have that recipe bar up there. All right. Now, it's not necessary, or it shouldn't be. It wasn't an FS22, but let's put some mineral feed in there too, make it good and healthy for the cattle. So we can just drive up to this pallet and just, there we go. Just a little bit. And what I did was, I'm on controller, I just tapped the left stick and then tapped the left stick again, to start filling and stop filling. That's all you got to do, just drive up to that and just tap the left stick again when the bar turns green. Right, so anyway, there is some healthy mixed TMR for our cattle. And here's hungry cows over here. Let's go get them fed. I should just be able to pull up right here and get a prompt. I don't know which side it's unloading on. Let's see. We might need to change the side. It was unloading on the left. Some TMR mixers unload left, right. Some unload both. There we go. Let's dump that in there for the cattle. And now our cattle are fed. And of course, we'll cover cattle in the cattle guide. If you came here from that video, then I guess we're all done here. I'm making this as a supplement to Cattle and Water Buffalo Guide. Any animals that may need TMR, that's how you do it. And that's going to be the best food for your cattle, of course, is TMR. It gives them 100% of everything they need. And they'll produce manure, milk, and all that stuff that you need. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I hope this guide was complete and everything you needed to know. Anything else will be in upcoming videos linked below. Let me know. See you guys next time.